So we just booked a trip to Vail. I have never skied, but I'm going to try skiing for the first time. Been at sea level my entire life, never even seen mountains or snow on mountains. This is going to be an experience. My husband is a snowboarder, wanted me to basically go with him and try to learn. So you'll be fine. You can just, go skiing. So we're gonna see how this works. A couple of weeks out, but he's saying that I will be sore if I do not work out. I haven't trained, in some time. And I feel like a lot of maybe beginners don't do that. I think that it might help, and he's saying it'll help. So I'm gonna go through what I'm doing to train a little bit with the short time left. As a beginner skier, or what I'm pretty nervous, I have no idea really what to expect. At the end, I'm gonna say, okay, what would I do differently? What should you add to your training routine maybe, and how it panned out on the mountain, and see if my training actually worked. This is my starting point basically. I am somewhat athletic, not like super athletic. I'm not an expert at all. I do like fitness, but I'm not an expert, and I do rollerblade. So it should be interesting. I'm wondering if rollerblading does translate to skiing. I'm not sure it will. So stay tuned. Why am I going to train? Well, I've never experienced anything like this. The mountain is like 8,000 to 11,000 feet up in the air. So my heart's gonna be pumping more. We'll have to work harder for more oxygen. So I wanna try to somewhat get ready for that. Don't wanna be completely sore. I don't wanna ruin my trip after the first day, even though I'm gonna be on the bunny hills at first. I wanna be somewhat good because I wanna at least go on a green, or at least be able to go on the mountain and not just stay on the bunny hills. All right, to start, the main things I've seen that are concentrated in skiing are your legs. So I definitely need to work on some quad work, core, and cardio, and endurance. We'll start with wall sits for 45 to 60 seconds. And you're gonna try to do this every day, or at least every other day. Might not be perfect with it, but we're gonna try. I did do some rollerblading to prepare. I had about 2 weeks left, and I did not work out every single day, but I did walk the dogs every single day, and I tried to actually get in some lunges and squats while I was walking the dogs. Working out your core is huge in fitness, and if you do Pilates now, I'm sure you know this, but your core is also your steering wheel on skis. A weak core will give you less control over your upper body, and your legs could take over and do all of the work below you. So of course, I wanted to focus on core, doing planks and breathing exercises. Side planks help with balance, and I added some fun extra work in there. Definitely add core workouts to your routine before skiing, as I did a little bit. Here are some curtsy lunges that I'm doing. Single leg work is hugely important because skiing requires a lot of unilateral balance. Each leg is constantly adjusting independently on the mountain, and I definitely found this out the hard way. Take that part seriously. Here I am doing side lunges, which I'm thankful that I did these. Jumping squats, also beneficial for some endurance and cardio work. I should have done more of this. More single leg strengthening and balance work. So I did single leg deadlifts, and if you have access to a gym, there are a lot more things you can do, but you can do these in the gym. These were just for fun. I was really just trying to see how I can do being parallel and balanced, but honestly, I had no idea what I was in for. So this is really all I did before I went for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. I did walking the dogs, I did some lunges and squats while I was walking them, and then these workouts, and that's basically it. Okay, how it went and what could I have done differently or more to prepare myself better for the mountain. Quads and my legs held up so well, so much better than I thought. So obviously that helped a lot. I was not bad the first day. I got scared when I first put them on. I was like, this feels weird. Rollerblading did not really translate. Well, I mean, it helped probably with balance and that sort of thing from what I know, but I don't know if it fully transferred. The first day I was really hot in my things. I was learning on the bunny hills. I actually got my left turn really well. My right turn struggled a bit, but I was like, okay, I'm getting the hang of this after some time. So I spent the whole first day skiing on the bunny hills, testing things out, and it went well, and I was getting better. And actually my quads, felt good. The second day, it was snowing all day. It snowed 13 inches that day, and we definitely needed it. I got to use all of my stuff that I brought, luckily, because the first day was so hot, I didn't want to even wear my jacket. The second day, I got to wear everything. I was sore, not on my legs, so my legs held up. The workouts worked for my legs for the most part for the second day. I felt it in my traps and my back, so I would have done more rowing, because as a skier, you're like pulling yourself to go up hills, especially on the bunny hills. You're going down quickly and then you have to go right back up. So you have to basically, pull yourself with the skis, and I didn't do any rowing. So my back and my lats, my traps were sore. Second and third day, I did go out on the mountain. The second day to the top of the mountain, and I felt like I was ready. I was doing good, but I will say that my legs got tired after a few of the runs, so I ended up falling. The second day, when the snow was piling up, it was kind of becoming moguls, I guess you call them. I fell, I ended up getting a little scared. This was my last run. It was completely white out. I could not see. I wish I had a video of it, but I don't. My legs kind of gave out there. So I would say the workouts helped, but in the afternoon, we went out early in the morning at like 8, staying out to the afternoon at like 3. Like I was definitely beat by then. Third day, I prepared for that. I was nervous to go back out, so I started on the bunny hills again to get the feel back again because I got scared after falling. I knew that I was gonna get tired by the afternoon, so since we went out so early. And the snow started to pile up, I couldn't really handle that. It was much better groomed as a beginner for sure, which makes sense. So I did a couple runs on the green, then I did well the day before, and then I knew to stop. The front of my shins actually did hurt from the boots because you're supposed to keep your shins, touching the front of the boot and keeping forward. I do wish maybe I did a little bit more cardio and endurance training and like breathing, because during that snowy day, which not everybody's probably gonna get, but was becoming out of breath going up the hill. There was a lot of like catwalks where I had to really struggle and like pull myself, and so I was like breathing hard. And whatever you do, please train some, because it's going to be worth it. If you were a beginner and like me and going to try for the first time and you want to somewhat, be able to keep up, you on the greens, but you don't want to be struggling so much. And I struggled a little bit, but I think the training definitely helped and it was worth it. So my advice would be, do your research, start training as early as possible, do the lunges, the single leg balance exercises, do more cardio, do rows if you are skiing at least. If you are scared, it is going to psych you out. Get your endurance up, and I think you'll be great. And I'm glad I did what I did, because it helped me at least a little bit, and I was able to do a green run. Remember to hydrate, to eat carbs, bring some snacks on the mountain. Once I sat down and actually eat, I was like done after that. It was hard to go back out, and that's when I ended up falling. So make sure you're hydrated. Wait until you like actually eat. You're probably gonna be done as a beginner. In my opinion, that's what happened to me. And make sure that you wear some sunscreen, because we were like really burnt on our nose and it hurt. Sunscreen, hydration, and some snacks. Do incline treadmill, do Stairmaster, work your upper body, work your legs, work your core, and definitely work on your balance. And also work on your confidence, and watch YouTube videos and watch the experts, because that's kind of how I learned a little bit, was by watching them and watching other TikTok videos on how to do things. You will realize there are little things that you individually have to work on, and each person might be different on what they may struggle with. So you'll end up looking up, okay, how do I work on this? How do I work on that? But the main thing is to definitely do some cardio, balance, and just be confident and be prepared. And I would go back in a heartbeat. I'm so happy I did it. Of course, I was a little scared, but it was a good time and it was worth it. And I would love to go back. Vail was a difficult mountain, maybe not completely beginner friendly, but it was really, really beautiful. So just prepare your body, prepare your mind, be confident, and that helped me immensely. Have fun if you go.